No, Mom, I'm just looking at the paper to see if they've written anything up about us yet. No, the Weekly did, but the Sentinel hasn't done anything yet. I still haven't figured out why I have to give a copy of the show to the radio editor to get something written up about a TV show. Yeah, if they don't write up something soon, I think they're all a bunch of world-class assholes. This microphone isn't on, is it?
GTV! Once, there was a funny TV show on a not-so-funny station. The station owner decided the show had to go, so he pulled the plug. Undaunted, the show's creator was determined to keep the program on the air any way that he could.
Good evening, welcome to GTV. I'm Johnny, your more brash than funny host. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Welcome to our special election show. Now don't worry, it's still going to be funny, and we only do these once every 4 years, so the odds are that one of us won't be around for the next one. We've got lots of musings from the comedic circus. We've got Melissa Foxx with Can I Get a Witness News. This time we've got Beauties and Beasts in segment 2, and a lot more. We've got our own election of sorts going on the website also. Just log on to GorillaTV.net. And by the way, Steve Areno, that is the correct spelling. I will talk more about this in a moment also, but there's some weird poll that they're doing. Just go to the website and click on the web board section, and there's some poll for what they're going to do to my hair for the next show. You know, if they're going to start doing this kind of stuff, I really should start coming to the meetings. Anyway, go on there, vote early, vote often, and then tune in next month and see what happens to my hair. Okay, I was talking about this a little bit ago. We got a write-up in the Orlando Weekly, and it was a very nice write-up, except for the fact that they got the time that the show airs wrong, and they accused me of misspelling the name of the program. Give me a little bit of credit here, guys. Come on. Anyway, they at least did print a correction, and they did at least print something, unlike these guys, who I'm beginning to think the only way that they'll print anything about us is if I'm seen leaving Cyberzone. But these guys have their new and improved format, which looks a hell of a lot like the old unimproved format. I mean, it still lists us as paid programming in the daily programming grid. Oh, and that's another sore spot. In the new and improved TV Times, they've compressed it down so that now they only list the station listings for 5 channels overnight. Unfortunately, we're not one of those, so now we don't get listed at all. So the new and improved format, pooey, I say. Oh wait, I take that back. I have noticed that the narrower size means that the new paper does fit in the bottom of my tufted titmouse's cage much better than the old one did. So she likes it a lot better, but then again, she's just a bird. It could be her.
GTV! You have to get up pretty early to beat this cock. Chicken's record as a dedicated public servant is truly something to crow about. Starting as a consumer advocate, taking on the powerful poultry industry, and continuing through his years in public office, Chicken has been the people's choice in every race he has ever run. Chicken has the experience needed to keep things running right. This November, vote for experience. Vote Chicken for leader.
Hey-ho, I'm that $18,000 frog that you've heard so much about lately. I'm here with a few friends to beg all political candidates to please stop using us defenseless pieces of art in your negative campaign ads.
We are not animals per se. We're an artist's vision transformed into reality through clay or metal or stone or glass.
Each of us have been called ugly and a waste of money. Yet all of us have become a welcome part of our local culture.
Well, most of us anyway. You really are butt ugly.
Don't let her get to you. When I was first built, they called me an ugly, overgrown piece of Tupperware. And now I'm the most recognized and beloved symbol of the city.
The public loves me so much. They rebuilt me after I was crushed by a motherfucking tree.
Without us, the city wouldn't have anything to make it stand out from the ordinary.
You stand out all right. Stand out like a baboon's ass.
Oh, shut up, you imitation French whore. Here in this country, we prefer our women to shave. Have you ever thought about using a deodorant? Whew.
You'd best be shutting up now, or I'll be kicking your glass later.
Would you guys chill? We're here to stand united against politicians exploiting us in their ads. Don't use us as pawns in your political battles. We are art, and we are the little things that combine to give this city its charm.
Ooh, I'd love to see your charm, honey.
Expose yourself to art. Paid for by the Artwork Anti-Defamation League.
Fresh, innovative, as far from being an insider as you can get. These are some of the words people are using to describe the alien. Since he came to this planet many years ago, Alien has single-handedly cured all disease, shared life-changing technologies, and made the Tampa Bay Bucks Super Bowl contenders. Imagine what he can do if elected leader. What do you want? Words or results? When you go to the polls, forget about Bush and the cock. Vote Alien for leader.
She's a very kinky girl. Oh, hello! It's Madam Curious again, and I'm right here downtown in Orlando, in one of these specially made, city-made poll boxes that I can, ask people about the elections that are coming up in November. Who, sir, are you going to be voting for in this year's presidential election?
Bush.
He is into Bush. Yes, he is. Now, what about your friend? Are you into Bush, too?
No.
He's not into Bush. Does that mean you do the Gore thing?
No.
He doesn't do a damn thing now, does he? This gentleman right here, does he look familiar to you?
Yes, ma'am. Looks like Al Gore.
Al Gore. Absolutely amazing. Who might this gentleman be?
That's Don Quayle.
All right, Mr. Quayle. Who are you going to be voting for in this election coming up?
I don't know who's running.
See, he doesn't know who's running. Aren't we very educated here in Orlando? I love it. Now, are you guys going to be voting?
I'm voting.
All right, and when would that magical day be?
I'm not sure when it is.
He's not sure, but he knows he's going to vote. Now, who does Linda Chapin look like to you?
Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth. Now, have you actually spoken with her and had some, sex therapy?
No, ma'am.
What mascot would you put in then for the Republican?
Attorney.
An attorney. That makes a lot of sense. Now, for the Democrat, mister, what do you think? Is a donkey okay for a Democrat?
Jackass pretty much suits Democrats.
Now, what about you ladies? You like the jackass theory?
I like that theory.
You like the jackass? Okay, what about for a Republican? Who would you put in there for a Republican? Ooh, who might this gentleman be?
Which one?
Either one.
I'm not sure. One looks like a coach, one looks like a player.
One is a coach and one is a player. Who is the player? If we were to get Bush and Dick Cheney into the White House, the only thing we have to fear is
our lives.
The only thing we have to fear is
bad hair.
Who might we have right here?
That looks like Don DeLuise with a Viking hat on.
Don DeLuise. Isn't it amazing? Now, would you vote for somebody like this fella?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Gore, if he were to get into, that office and everything, the only thing we have to fear is...
We have to fear nothing. I'm voting for Gore, and I'd like everyone out there in television land to vote for Al Gore, because I know that Al Gore is for the people, not the powerful.
Hallelujah! 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 Oh my! This is Madam Curious, and I'm just summing up the elections for you, because I'm for every Bush, Gore, Cheney, Dick that is, and Lieberman. I'm for everybody. Madam Curious, for the people. Chicken's record speaks for itself. Consumer advocate, school board chairman, county commissioner, scholar. It was Chicken who cleared up once and for all the debate over which came first, the chicken or the egg. He took on Big Poultry and won. Chicken cried foul when rowdy, drug-crazed kids wanted to have a rave at the old Haney place, and Chicken is the true father of the internet. Cast your vote wisely for proven leadership. Vote Chicken for leader.
Hello, we're Grumpy! And we're coming up next on GTV, so stay tuned.
Right on. Will McKillum for Tribal Council. You know where he stands.
The decline of traditional family values in this country,
don't say it,
disturbs me greatly.
Don't say it.
I truly feel the tribal leader should have been removed for his transgressions.
Oh, God. He said it.
I take great pride in my role of wasting millions of taxpayer dollars on an investigation that nobody cared about.
Will McKillum for Tribal Council. You know where he stands.
I am committed to revitalizing our military, as proven by my making NTC Orlando all that it is today. I'm tough on crime, and I support the death penalty. Unless, of course, it's an unborn fetus that commits the capital crime.
Will McKillum for Tribal Council. You know where he stands.
I take great pride in my personal crusade to rid our streets of drugs and sex, and I'll continue until every cheap street slut and crack peddler knows me and fears me on sight.
Will McKillum, a tribal councilman we won't mind voting off the island.
Well, they don't call him Slick Willie for nothing now, do they?
Poor Chicken, talking out of both sides of his beak again. Says one thing, does another. Like this. Chicken says he has good family values, but the tape shows us. Chicken says he's pro-life, but the tape shows us. Chicken was even involved in illegal cockfighting in Mexico, and his proven leadership made Lake County schools a laughing stock. Poor Chicken. Poor us. Don't you think it's time to give Chicken the bird? Vote alien for leader.
Hey everyone, this is Scream. Welcome back to GTV. In the election spirit, we have two bands who've been nominated to the Orlando Music Awards. Let's start with our first nominee, electronic band Prophecy. That was Prophecy, an Orlando Music Award nominee. And my prophecy for you is tune in again next time and be sure to stop by my place, the Lunatic Lounge, opening soon in downtown Orlando. Next up is Gloria with another Orlando Music Award nominee, and I'll be seeing you again soon.
That's right, Scream. Well, your name is Scream. We have a nominee for Hard Edge Music with us on G-Bands tonight. This is their self-titled CD. Nice ass. Touching your ass. Touching your ass. But don't get any crazy ideas about this picture because they're all straight. You guys are all straight, right? Anyways, here they are to sing The Way. I don't want to put you in a bad mood or anything, but here's Grumpy. You guys, my eyes are up here. Thank you, pig.
Get the hell away from my door.
That was Grumpy singing The Way. If you want to check them out, you can buy their CD. All you have to do is remember the ass, or hop on to grumpy.cc. Want to thank Wills for having us out here tonight, and want to let you know that next time we're going to have my friend Steve, so you don't want to miss that. Now, if you're a local band that wants to reach the next level, well, then we wish you good luck. However, if you'd like to use up maybe 3 minutes of your 15 minutes of fame, then contact us at GorillaTV.net. That's GorillaTV.net. And no, it's not spelled wrong. Nice hair. Okay? Anyways, it's better than Star Search. I'm Gloria. Until the next time, I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. Bye-bye.
Later on GTV's Double Entendre Theater, Roddy McDowell stars in Cecil B. DeMille's Spanking the Monkey. Later tonight on GTV.
It's in the Constitution. To be leader of this great land, you have to be born in this great land. Chicken was born in the heartland and raised on a family farm. Alien was born on some distant planet, arriving here only 10 years ago after he destroyed the previous planet he lived on. Alien has been arrested numerous times by the Border Patrol. And Alien has accepted hundreds and hundreds of dollars from special interests. What do you want in a leader? A native Earth being or an extraterrestrial thug?
From Can I Get a Witness News election headquarters in the back of a dark, smoke-filled room, here's Melissa Foxx.
Howdy, kids. It's your old friend Melissa Foxx, back to enlighten the masses with my odd take on today's top stories. Of course, the topic that should be on most people's minds is the impending presidential elections. Chicken and Alien. Gore and Bush. Does it really matter? First, let's start with our current vice president, Al Gore. Al Gore has been a national leader in addressing a growing challenge for the 21st century: how to demolish poorly planned communities, places where young and old get bitch slapped on their way to the crack house. Now, these will be replaced with green communities made of recyclable kelp, where families can walk, bike, and play together. Places where we not only protect historic old shopping plazas, but where farms, green spaces, potted plants, garden snails, birds, and kittens add life and beauty to the newest of suburbs. Places where a high quality of life attracts cutthroat businesses and talented employees. Places where we can spend less time in traffic and more time digging holes to pot fruit trees in or start a mulch pile. Gore has been quoted as saying, "America's health care sucks. We need to fix it. We must help all Americans get free needles and condoms before disaster strikes." You see, as a congressman, Al Gore was a leader in the fight to expand the government's role in health care. He conducted the hearings that led to the creation of a national network to match organ donors and recipients by color. He led efforts to ban the use of rat poison on fruits and vegetables. He hopped on a bill that was someone else's that hurt the tobacco industry. And he fought for strong measures to protect seniors from undergarment leakage. Over the past 6 years, Al Gore has worked with accused rapist Bill Clinton to raise awareness of women's health issues like yeast infections, genital herpes, and pregnancy. There are so many unanswered questions. So, is my ass on fire? What the When did this arena known as politics get so far off base from what our forefathers wanted? It's all a game of money, and of course, who you know? It's been like that for years. Well, Kennedy won the debate because he looked more comfortable on camera than Nixon did. Wow. Well, nowadays, if you got the cash, you've got the clout. If your daddy was president, you can be president too, even if you have done the blow. Now let's take a peek at the Republican nominee, George W. Bush. He's a man of integrity. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for his father, he wouldn't even be up for this job, because he's not interesting at all. Well, does that help? I hope now that you can make a knowledgeable decision based on the information that I've given you. After all, it is very important this election year that we select the candidate that is the most important, that guy's going to deal with the... Hi, Grumpy!
Hey, listen, we heard you talk about erections. We got one for you.
Erections are our thing, too.
Erections. Well, guys, nice and everything, being that we're part of, part of the Cox network and stuff, but it's not erection, it's a nice hair. It's election, not erection, which means you might want to settle that little guy down. But anyway, gentlemen, Grumpy, I do want you and the rest of our listeners to make sure you get out there and vote. And if you're going to vote, you make sure you vote for the two boobs that are the best. And those two boobs that are the best would be these two boobs. Right here.
I like those boobs.
I think I got my shirt that time, but it's all good.
Back here in Grumpy's dressing room, either that or having a flashback to Amsterdam. Thanks, guys. Now, what election show would be complete without some sort of election poll? Certainly not this one. But But we thought those regular asking people who they're going to vote for polls was boring, so we decided to do something different. We sent out 2 mini cams. First one to Bush Avenue, second one to Gore Street. We call this the GTV Drive-By Poll, and here's how it works. We've set the 2 mini cams up at their respective locations and started the clock at 2 minutes. And what we'll do is we'll count the number of non-pedestrians that go through the frame in those 2 minutes. Now we've compressed time down to 30 seconds so this lame bit doesn't stretch on for too long. But as you can see, Gore is out to the early lead. But hold it, what's that? Oh look, it's a cat coming out from underneath that bush there. Wait, there goes a love bug. We're gonna have to check with the judges here though, because originally we were talking about cars. Oh, but I'm afraid it's too little too late and Gore wins in a landslide. Tune in November 7th to see the actual results. Yours may vary. Well, she's back from down under, where she was busy alphabetizing the teams during the closing ceremonies at the Olympics. Here's Martha.
I get letter after letter requesting my advice on things. So I thought that I would answer some of my viewer mail today in a special You Asked For It. Bill G via the internet writes, "My computer is making my life a living hell. I'm constantly having to do more work because of the stupid computer losing a file or something." Well, Bill, I think it is time that we reboot. Our next letter is from Debbie V in Bithlow. Debbie writes, "The radio stations in this town suck. Can't you do something?" Deb, I agree with your observation, and I hope this helps.
Hey guys, Dirty Jim from Real Radio 104.1 and the Monsters of the Midday.
Rachel in Palatka says, "With the exception of your show, there's nothing worth watching on TV." We here at GTV agree with you, Rachel, that if you're not watching us, you should do this to your set. You should do this to your set. Son of a biatch! Take that! Whoops. And finally, Spike from Orlando wrote, "I work third shift and sleep days, and there's this damned bird outside my window." Say no more, Spike. I have got you covered. You can wash the carcasses off with a little club soda and make a delightful pressed squab. Look for my recipe on the website. I'm Martha Stewert, and that's a good thing.
Attention all residents of this planet. We had hoped that it wouldn't have to come down to this, but recent polls indicate that the alien and the chicken are in a neck-and-neck tie. Therefore, you are ordered to vote for Alien on November 7th, or else your puny planet will be destroyed. If Alien is not elected overwhelmingly, chicken won't be the only thing on the barbecue at Alien's Veterans Day picnic on November 11th. Cast your vote wisely and live to see another Monday holiday, or waste your vote and get total annihilation. The choice is yours. Paid for by Alien for Leader Committee.
Yeah, but where does he stand on senior health care issues? We're out of time for tonight, and possibly longer, but before I go, I'd like to remind you to click on the website at GorillaTV.net, go onto the web board and take the web poll. They're voting there on different choices for the way my hair is going to be on next month's show, which, by the way, is our all-request ratings spectacle. It's our very first ratings period, and we're going to do whatever it takes to kick some major ratings ass. And somehow they came up with the idea of doing whatever you decide to do to my hair to me. I really have to start coming to these meetings where those things are decided. But GorillaTV.net, I checked on there a couple of minutes ago, and one of the ideas is to dye my hair the color that this shirt is. I'm sure glad I didn't wear a plaid shirt today, but go on there, vote early, vote often, and get out and vote in that other election too. Vote chicken, alien, Bush, Dick, Gore, whatever you want to vote for. Just get out and vote, okay? We're back next month on November 4th at 12:30 with our all-request rating spectacle. We'll see you then, and we leave you with a quick preview of what's coming.